I start? All right. Honor not Bally Sports. Kevin, we talked in the post game about how long this has taken. Just when you see a guy like Mobley, who didn't score in the first half, come out and get 15 in the third quarter, I know what he's doing defensively, but what does that say to you about who he is as a person?
Just has that quiet confidence about him. I mean, we all believe in one another, and Ev is right up there at the top of guys that we know that can do stuff like that. I mean, he can affect the game in so many other ways without scoring the basketball. He might miss a few shots, but that never deters him from who he is. I feel like at his age, being 20 years old, like he knows who he is. And I think that, we're all trying to help him settle in with that. And in the third quarter, he was great. I mean, he was really great. And that was a little bit of everything. He showed, what he's capable of, hit big shots, hit a couple threes, was defending, blocking shots, getting rebounds, forcing guys into tough shots. I mean, he was just doing everything really that we expect of him, but, he has to go out there and get it. He doesn't realize, I mean, it's funny because, this is his rookie season, but, and was it been 11 years and 8 years for me being a Cav, obviously we understand that, Jimmy's out, Bam's out, but still getting a win here was definitely big for us, and getting a 2 in a row on the road is big for us. But, we're going to celebrate it tonight, like I said, and come back and lock in for Washington, who's playing extremely well. But I think, that growth and maturation process with Evan really showed tonight, especially in that third quarter. Was great for us.
I know that coming into this game, the 3-point shooting of Miami was a big deal and something that we looked at. But back-to-back games for you guys are shooting it well from the 3-point and defending the 3-point line.
Finally.
But what does that come? Does that just come from working because we talked so much last year about how you guys didn't hit threes? How important is that to what you're doing?
Just staying with it and shooting the shots that are there. I mean, we feel like, there were times early in the season, it's come better the past, I couldn't say how many games, but just seeing the shots and shooting shots that are there for us. I think, some of them we turned down and our percentages were ugly. And it's, in some cases it was across the league, but we felt like across the board for us, we weren't shooting it particularly well. So we're hoping that narrative for us changes just by us continuing to work, finding those shots, and within our offense, just looking for that, because that can be a weapon for us, especially with the size that we have and the pressure that we put on teams from the perimeter, but also in the paint. But, defending them from the three is not easy. Like I said, I mentioned, obviously when Morris is out and, they had guys that didn't play, but we, forced Duncan Robinson into, 0 for 6 from the 3-point. That is not easy to do. He's one of the absolute best shooters in the world. So, holding them to under league average, was I say 32.4%. Like we felt like we definitely could have done better. They went on their run. They tried to cut the lead. They play 48 minutes extremely hard, no matter who they have. But we felt like we did a good job defending them, on both sides, both in the perimeter and when they got into the paint.
6 guys in double figures as you guys continue to grow. You know this better than most. It makes it easier to walk to that bus and celebrate it when so many guys are involved, correct?
Yeah. And like I said, it's you guys see it, guys that are around enough and within our, I hate to say inner circle, but just, close to us on our traveling team. We all celebrate each other. We want what's best for one another. One guy's doing great. We're letting him hear it. He's going to know. And then if a guy's, going down, or he's in a little bit of a slump, or he has a bad game, we pick him up. That's just our identity. That's our culture. That's who we are. And I think it's, I use the word again, infectious. Like everybody wants what's best for one another. There's obviously everybody has their ego, but we all, that's my eye, excuse me. But we, it's not check it at the door. We all bring our egos for the greater good of the team. I think we wouldn't be here if we didn't have them, but we all understand it's bigger than us, and we all want to be a part of something that's bigger than us. So I think it's great, especially having a young team to feel that. And, guys like Ed, guys like Ricky, guys, myself, who have seen a number of different things in this league. That's not always the case. So, we're going to enjoy this, like I said, tonight, but we know we have to get, definitely a lot better, because Miami at full strength is, a force to be reckoned with.
Last thing I'll ask, you talk about that, and some would say you've made some sacrifices to make this work. what in your mind made you come into this situation wanting to help these young guys play the way they have and taking a different role maybe than you've had all your career?
I think just more than anything, understanding, how good our young guys are and how good they want to be. And they want to get better. They listen, they want to get better. It's not, I'm not taking any credit for, telling them things as a vet. I didn't try to impart, whatever wisdom I can. I have gray hair. I'm allowed to say that wisdom. But they buy into what JB has put in front of them. And I think that's what it is. For me, it's JB. I had JB my first 3 years. My family, the Love family and the Bickerstaff family go back many, many years. People that know us know that. So I trust him. I trust our coaching staff. I believe what we're doing here. And, that was where that willingness to sacrifice for me came. And I think, a lot of us, Ricky's the same way. He could have gone somewhere else. He could be somewhere else starting. He could be somewhere else flourishing, but he was a plus 38 tonight. I mean, and affects the game